Her one error here is that she adds to the command of God, neither shall ye touch it lest ye die. That is not in God's original command. God never said not to touch it. They could juggle it. They could take the forbidden fruit and go juggling if they wanted to, as long as they didn't eat it. Perhaps this might be a prelude. During the time of Christ, the Pharisees would have what they call gateway laws. Okay? For example, we're going to put a gate here. So if you don't pass this point, like a line on the sand, if you don't pass this point, then you won't get to the point where you're breaking God's law. If that's the case with Eve, then what we have here is the origin of false religion as well. In any event, she added to the Word of God, which is dangerous to do. Now, God had not considered her to have sinned yet because he had not given the commandment not to add or take away from his Word. Without the commandment, as Paul said, there's no sin. It's when the commandment is introduced and you disobey it, then it is sin. So God had not yet introduced that you don't add. So it wasn't until she ate of the fruit, which is the one commandment they were given, that it was considered sin. Was it a good idea, though? I don't think so. Not a good idea. It opened her up to being further manipulated. So instead of shutting the conversation down and saying, yes, that's what God said, now go away, Satan, I rebuke you in the name of the Lord, she stood there and continued the conversation. And she got drawn into a debate. Eve would have been one of those people who stays up till 2 a.m. arguing on Facebook. Instead of going, I'm done, and going to sleep. No, Lucifer, you can't tell me that. You know, God said 2 a.m. Got to work at 5 the next day. But anyway,